Hello, everyone. My name is Monica Selesky. Welcome to the Sexy Bedding Chat. We talk about what turns you on in life, mind, body, soul, and space. Today, we have a special guest, Katy. Katy,
Hello.
tell us about yourself.
Where do I begin?
Everything. They want to know everything about you.
I'm an interior designer. I own different companies. I do a lot of things, and I'm a mom. I love to explore different avenues. Kind of like yourself, I think we align on a lot of different things because we're both spiritual. We both have a lot of depth. And so thank you for having me on the show.
Pleasure to have you. So I want to ask you, when did you really fall in love with design and you realized it's not about how it looks, it's about how people feel when they walk into the space that you design?
That is a beautiful question. And I think it started for me, and I didn't realize this until working with our lovely friend Lumila. There was an experience that I had as a child where I would actually draw like on the walls with crayons, and it upset my parents deeply, unfortunately. When I was like growing older, I tried different avenues of creativity. And so I started in the fashion space, which you're also deeply passionate about as well. And I migrated into doing my own flips for like a decade, and that really tapped me into design. And as far as speaking to the spiritual aspect of it and like how it can transform lives like through space, that is a very much a more recent journey that I've taken for the last like 5 years. It's not just pretty wallpaper and like tile selection. It's about a felt experience. So if you've been in a situation that has taken you to the depths of despair and the depths of joy and the depths of passion and all of these things, then you can create a space because you felt that. And then when somebody tells you, hey, give me a vibrant, lively space, you understand what that feels like.
Because you've been through it all.
Because you've been through it all. And that takes time and it takes understanding. And, for me, it opened up a whole other can of worms of like understanding feng shui and energy and pulling numerology into all of it. And so we like layer everything into what we do to help people not just live amazing lives in their space, but elevate to the next level of where they're going and to who they're becoming through the spaces they're living in. And it's deeply impactful. So,
I mean, I love that. And I believe in everything you say because for me, it became my passion because I realized how it makes you feel when you walk into a space that's well designed and that, I don't know, it just brings you peace and abundance. So I'm forever in love with design, the same as you are, because you're creating like a heaven on earth, their sanctuary for them. Every day they walk in, all those family experiences, the kids, the holidays. It's like when you come home, for me, when I come home, I just want to feel like peace and relaxation.
Yeah.
So we're very aligned with that. And I believe in the spiritual world and that the home is a healing home and that it has the power to just make you happier by the way you design it for for every one of your clients. I always say a home is a reflection of the person. I know you feel the same. For me, when I walk into someone's home, I can tell everything about you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? How much can you tell about a person when you walk into their space?
Absolutely everything. I can tell you exactly where they're at internally.
So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure your space is designed well because that man or woman can tell a lot about you just the way your home is designed.
I think when I walk into a space, one, I can feel the energy. I already can tell where somebody might be stuck in their life. And then when you layer it with the component of like feng shui, for instance, I mean, if you have, and I'll give you a small example, if you have a lot of like single girl art, I can tell right away you're probably single. And it's more about the fact that you've placed it all over your home. If you had just placed it, let's say, in your workspace, in your one office where you do, your podcast recording or you take your Zoom calls, that's you channeling that energy into your work. But when you have it throughout your home, I can tell immediately that you're not in a mindset of like, I need a partnership, I want this, and like you're energetically there. And that's like an internal thing that reflects on your external. And so what's cool is you can actually shift your design to help you then move into a different part of who you're becoming. Like if you wanted to call in a partner, you could then shift your space to help you elevate and like get into alignment with that.
All the single ladies, make sure there's no female art in your house. I guess even if you got it as a gift.
Yeah. I mean, even if it's because you
But they've given me
subconsciously,
art as a gift.
yeah, see,
I
but
think I better remove every single girl in my house. Oh my God.
but subconsciously it came to you, right? Like it's where you were at, and that was that part of your life, and that's a beautiful part of our lives. It's not bad. It's just, is it in alignment with where you're headed and what you want? And that's just a small example. Men do this all the time. Like you look at their bachelor pads. They can't really have a family in the bachelor pad. They usually move, right? They move out of the physical space because it cannot contain the family unit anymore. It doesn't fit. It's not in alignment. And so they move. Some of them will overhaul the entire space with a new partner. And so you have to understand that that's a internal shift, and then the external reflects, but you can also change the external so that you can internally then get in alignment as well.
But I also feel that when a woman moves in with a man, she usually changes everything anyway because she wants it to be her space, her memories, because I believe whatever people look at, they take in on a subconscious level. So that sofa was with Maria. They're going to be like, I remember being on that sofa with Maria. I mean, but because things bring memories back, it
They
takes you
do.
back in time like a
It does.
song. I love that because we have the power with the design. You have the power to make your space to open up to find a partner. But it also, for me, it's like creating colors that make you happy, or colors that, I don't know, like I have green in my house for life, for energy, gold for the sun, and purple. I love purple because it carries the highest frequency. And for me, purple is like the colors of love
It's also
and pinks.
royalty.
Yeah, it's
It
royalty.
represents a
Yeah.
lot of things. So you're drawn to those things because you embody it, right? And that's why
I love
you've,
those things.
yeah, and that's why you've got it in your home, and it's like so beautiful. And to me too, you love peace, and a lot of your art that you've got hanging above is very peaceful. It's like these blocks of like soft colors, like yellows, blues, greens. And that's a reflection of the peace that you love to bring
I
into the space.
I like art only that I like art when I look at it, it brings me peace.
Yeah.
Nothing chaotic, nothing negative. It
Yeah.
has to be happy moments. So when I look at it, it makes me happy. When someone walks into my house, I'm creating an experience. I just want to take you away just to be happy and have a beautiful experience for that night.
Yeah.
And that's why I love hosting and creating parties.
Yeah. And your house reflects that too.
Yeah.
It's like a fun, vibrant energy in here. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You've got like pops of color, you've got like playful textures, and that's all a reflection of who you are in its space, whether
But
you like to agree with it or not.
yeah, but I like one area is just white because I think of the clouds and I think of
Mm,
peace. Everything in my home has to make me happier than I already am, or it doesn't go in my home.
I love
And
it.
that's the way I feel.
You should. Everyone should. I hope everyone's
Yeah, I
doing
hope
that.
everyone does. So, as a woman, and if you're dating someone, and a couple months pass, and you get to walk in their bedroom, how important is the design of their bedroom and the things that they choose? What does it make you think about that man?
For me personally, it's just a reflection of where they're at. So if you aren't somebody who makes your bed every morning, maybe you don't have the discipline that aligns with who I am, or if you've picked sheets that aren't calming, like they're like vibrant red sheets, that's not for me.
Yeah.
I need something that's soft, like whites, taupes, cream, blues even. That just shows me where they're at for themselves. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It just means for us, maybe we're not aligned, or something is a mismatch potentially. It's something to look at, but it's not something that should define who they are. They might be in a transitional period where they're shifting into
100%.
something else. And so I think being open minded when you're entering somebody's home is so crucial to who they're becoming, to you creating a safe space for the other person to become who you allow them to blossom into. I think that's really
I
important.
think that's so true. When a woman is with a man, she has the power to
Mm,
change everything,
mm.
change his design of the house, change his bedding.
Yeah.
He needs to sleep in sexy
In
bedding.
sexy bedding.
Sexy bedding.
Yeah.
For me, the sheets are so important, as I
Yeah.
always feel. So for me, the sheets are important because when you sleep is the only time your body actually heals, your cells
Mm,
regenerate. When you meet someone and their home says things about them, but you're right, they could be in a transitional stage.
yeah.
So it's so important you can still get to know them,
Yeah.
and they could be open to change. To me,
Absolutely.
it's like you give people suggestions and they're open to change because some people just don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know about design, or someone helps them that maybe wasn't there. They're there and they don't know any better.
Absolutely. I mean, I've done people's homes that they're like, I don't even know where to begin. And we begin by getting to know who they are first, what they would like to either, migrate into if they're a single guy and we're doing their apartment. Like maybe we can bring in some soft textures. Maybe we can do some things in there to help you call a potential partner. Or, if you are just about living your bachelor life, like let's amplify
Yeah,
that.
let's
You know what I
let's
mean?
make it a
Whatever.
sexy bachelor pad.
Exactly. And that has to be in alignment with who they are. And so they hire people like myself to, amplify and bring in things that they may not have thought of or don't understand how to even put together. But that's why we get to do what we do.
But I agree, because let's say he's a single guy, he wants a beautiful, like a sexy masculine apartment, and he entertains a lot, but he is single, so maybe he is a player, and so you make it better. Let's say he has the place, but it's not, it could be so much better.
Yeah.
So you amplify what he has, but you make it refined, sexy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Upscale,
And that
refined,
draws
sexy.
in more of what he
Yes,
wants, right?
100%.
If your place is not just sexy but warm and inviting,
Cozy,
just
inviting,
think
yes.
about how many more people would want to spend time with you and hang out and be in your space and your energy. And that's a reflection
No,
of
it's
where
true.
you're at. So
More girls would like him, because
exactly.
they walk into a space and they just feel comfortable, want to take their shoes off, just sit on the couch,
Yeah.
relax, look outside. The player's gonna get more girls. The player's gonna get more girls.
That's what he wants. Absolutely.
Well, you give him what he wants.
Yeah. It's about learning people
yeah.
and understanding, their motivations, where they want to go in life and where they're at. Maybe you're post-divorce. They don't want to be in a relationship yet, and that's okay too. Like that safe space we were talking about.
How would you design someone's place? They just got divorced and they just want to be free. So how would you make it different than the family guy?
Well, it depends on his personality.
Yeah, 100%.
So, I have a client right now, and he is a lovely human being. He also is going through a divorce, and he's like, I really want my new space to reflect who I've become in the last 20 years. And I didn't get to do that in my relationship. I didn't have a say in any of it, which I don't think is also fair to a lot of men. Like, I think when you're creating a family home,
Involve
it
them.
should it should reflect
involve
both
them
people.
too, of course.
Absolutely. And so for him, he loves things that feel traditionally rich. So a lot of beautiful, like walnut woods and
The house you showed me.
I don't know. Did I show?
I think
No,
you did.
that's
another one.
Well,
Okay.
that's one that I designed, and even before we designed the house that he's going to move into, and he's like, potentially, I want to have a family one day, and we designed this beautiful house
for a family, right?
For a family.
See?
And then he got into a relationship immediately. So, like, that's a great example of how you can, put the intention out and like really manifest something through a physical space that you're creating.
But I believe that 100%.
Yeah.
You change a little bit of things. Like they say that, let's say you want a partner, so you should have 2 of everything.
Yes.
2 cups.
Yes.
2 of everything. There should only be 2s, not 3s. 3s is calling in the third party,
Yes.
which you don't want that.
Yes.
The artwork, you don't need sexy artwork over your bed, or you don't need a beautiful woman if you're a woman over your bed. That, in the bedroom, it should be, I did have like this beautiful art on top of my bed. It was this like sexy art. And then I said, wait a minute. No, and I put now something like 2 animals, 2 zebras, black and white, because I said, I want to remove everything that has 3s.
Yes.
It's only 2 vases in the room. Now everything's 2s.
To your point, the biggest no-no I see with especially couples that are having big marital problems, they always have a mirror in their bedroom. Remove it. Immediately remove it. Don't put it in there.
What about if your bedroom's large and the mirrors are on the other side of the bedroom?
The mirror? No, you don't want it in your bedroom.
So no floor mirrors in your actual bedroom?
No, not in the bedroom. You can put it in the closet, in the hallway, any other place but your bedroom. It is a big no-no. It always either calls in a third party, or it creates a lot of internal frustration and angst and animosity towards your partnerip. So you do
And what about if you're single and have a floor mirror in your bedroom?
You go for it. You're single.
So if you're a single woman living alone and you have a floor mirror in your bedroom, but way far away from your bed,
that's okay for the time being. But
so when she gets a partner,
calling in a partner,
okay.
It's probably not great. You might be meeting people that are gonna maybe clash with you sometimes and things like that as well. But it's not going to be as much of a problem magnified until you're in a relationship, or potentially like starting to like somebody and you're getting to that stage of the relationship, remove the mirror. It's gonna save you a lot of frustration.
And for men too. So ladies and gentlemen, remove all the mirrors that are in your bedroom.
Yes, no mirrors. Take them out. It
If they want to
basically
see themselves, they need to go in the other room.
Well, it basically, what it says in feng shui teachings is it reflects like another couple back at you, a couple that's not you and the person you're with. Just think about somebody else staring back at you that isn't you every time, like a different version of yourselves looking at you and creating issues in your relationship because it's distorting the reality. That's the way that it's described and explained.
But that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes 100% sense. I like that. Do you think people realize that their home is quietly speaking to them or not?
I want to say 99% of people don't.
No. No.
I don't think that it's a lost art, first of all. You know, these are from ancient cultures and it's sort of starting to be revived right now. I talk a lot about it in my book that I'm writing and how to really like layer all of these components to shift the energy and like understand energy in a space. Like I've walked into people's homes and I'm like, hey, you're probably blocked in like your success right now because the dresser is blocking this and this has to be shifted and there's no clear space and you have clutter everywhere. If there's clutter in somebody's space, I can almost guarantee there's some type of chaos happening in their life because it's reflecting an internal part that they don't know how to make space for the clarity that they need. So they're reflecting an internal area of their life that feels very chaotic. And so they replicate it in their space. Almost 100% of the time, that is the biggest indicator that somebody's going through a divorce, some sort of like issues in health. It's just like that chaos energy of some kind is happening in their life. And their clutter is the biggest indicator of it.
Just the fact that they allow it to be there.
Correct.
Subconsciously, they don't realize that, but that's what's happening to them.
Yeah. And if you look at the feng shui map of their home and it's in one particular area, that's the area of their life that it's happening in. So if it's in like your love corner, you know, chaos is happening in your love corner or whatever it is.
What about if it's in your bathroom? You just have a ton of makeup, but you don't have space and it's neatly lined up.
Well, we could always look at what is placed in the bathroom of that house. So if we layer the Bagua map over it and we're like, okay, this is your family quadrant of the house, and you are having makeup mess every day that you don't put away, because like I put away my makeup mess after I'm done. So if you are like consistently doing that, and that's the part of your house that is, you know, listed on the map, like your family quadrant, then you're probably experiencing some kind of animosity, some kind of chaos within your family unit, whether that be distant relatives or somebody you live with is probably more likely, or somebody that's very close to you. And so you want to look at it and see how you can shift it in order to shift it in your real life, if that's something you want.
I mean, I would think everyone would want that. I think everyone needs you to walk through their home. So listen, guys, if you're not happy, just have Kathy walk through your home and she's going to tell you everything about yourself that you don't even know.
Yeah.
And I love that.
I definitely can dissect a lot of things.
We know you believe this is true. Can a beautiful space actually shift relationships and your mood? I mean, we know it's true.
Absolutely.
But most people don't think that. They don't put energy into their home. They'll have a beautiful outfit, beautiful car, and then when you walk in, you're like, oh my God, like why wouldn't you put energy into a space that you're there all the time?
If people understood that this is something that is ingrained in your nervous system just innately, like when you walk into the breakers, for instance, right? You are in awe, right? The beautiful, beautiful ceilings. There's like this richness to it. And all of that stuff makes you feel something.
Yeah, it makes you feel homey, nostalgic.
Nostalgic, right? Like
memories.
There's something about it that's also like makes you want to just sit, because that awe feeling is rare, especially nowadays.
But it gives you a moment. It gives you a moment for reflection.
Yes.
And it makes you feel like I just want to be here. For me, it's so important anywhere I go that I love the space. I don't care if the food's amazing. If I don't like the space when I walk in and it doesn't make me feel good, I don't want to eat there.
Of course.
Everything is how I feel, how the lighting is, I mean, I don't understand why restaurants don't put at night sexy lighting. Like, make everyone look amazing and feel amazing, not have this bright spotlight in my eye like I'm getting interviewed,
Yeah.
So for me, the way I feel when I walk in a space is everything.
Yeah. Because you understand that that feeling translates into the experience you're going to have. Now, imagine you could have that feeling for the 12 hours that you're in your home.
All your whole every
You know what I
day,
mean? There's
every
people
day,
that
every night.
work from their homes. They have that people, spend the most time there. So you're spending the most time in that energy. And if that energy doesn't make you feel amazing or elevated or bring something joyous to your life, then what are you really doing? And why is it that you're misaligned with happiness, joy, no clutter? Why don't you have clarity in your life? What is preventing you from that? And I think that most people don't pay attention to it because they think it's like some woo-woo stuff.
But it's not.
But it's not at
It's
all.
not.
Because they get the feeling when they walk into an opulent, beautiful hotel, or they get the feeling when they go to have an experience wherever they're headed to, in Amman. Why do you think people
I
go
love
to?
Amman.
You know what I
Oh my
mean?
God.
It's a full immersion of a feeling. And so who wouldn't want to have that in their home?
I agree. I mean, this is why I'll forever be in love with design.
Yeah.
And I always tell people the home is a reflection of you. It has to be your vision board in the morning. It
Yeah.
has to be your healing home at night. Do
Yeah.
I believe the home has the power to heal? Yes, if you design it the right way, as she says, with the space where it's going to open you up to a relationship, it's going to heal you. I mean, for me, my home is everything. This
Yeah.
is the only reason why I'm
Yeah.
so passionate about
Yeah.
design.
And it applies to every space we enter. When I do commercial spaces, it's the same thing. What's the type of experience we want to have there? What do we want the people that are coming to enjoy to feel? Is it sexy? Is it
I mean, me, I like everything sexy.
We're only taking you to sexy spots.
I honestly, I just like or sexy or spots that are organic,
Yeah.
that it's like a beach feel where I feel like I could be on a beach,
Yeah.
or a space that just soothes my soul,
Yeah.
And then let's say I'm going to have dinner with you tonight in
Yeah.
Casa Tua. It's going to be outside in the garden, the lighting.
Yeah.
It's just the energy. That's why I go there, because of how it makes me feel when I go there. Sometimes if you're sitting outside, it feels like you're in Italy.
Yeah.
So what does the space have? The power to take you somewhere else.
Yeah, and that garden feel, that feeling of Italy, that's family, that's joy, that's tasting amazing food. Like that's a whole experience. And imagine that in your home. Imagine having that all the time.
And they can. It
They
doesn't matter.
can.
It doesn't matter if you live in a studio
Yeah.
or if you live in a big house. You can create it in any space.
Yes.
People don't realize, like, it doesn't matter where you live.
No.
And it's not about the money. You can create an amazing space with all budgets.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that. Create a space that, I don't know, it just makes you feel high when you walk in.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I always say, whether you're single or married, like, create a space when you come home, husband or wife, that you just feel safe, happy, and just, I don't know, sexy, of course.
Sexy, safe, grounded. I mean, those are some core great values too to have. Staying grounded, having passion and sexiness in your life.
Passion, listen.
And then the calm, peaceful feeling as well. And all of those things, one, you're in alignment with, which is why they're in your space. And two, I think a lot of people undervalue it, but it's also the reason that I hate modern farmhouse. No offense to anyone that likes it. I don't feel like it resonates with who I am and what I like. I do understand that it does have a family feel to certain people, and no offense to you, but I dislike it. And it's a reflection of where you're at, and those things are so important to your daily life.
Space is everything. I mean, when I walk in my home, I feel happy. I feel at peace. And for me, it's about creating a home for someone that feels the same. I want to make you happy. I want to make you high naturally. I want to make you feel sexy. I want to make you just jump out of bed and want to work out. Like I always say, I live for passion, love, and desires. I'm passionate to wake up every day. I desire to do it. I love to do it. And I want to be excited. So for me in design, I like that it's simple, but I want to put something spicy. I want to wake you up. I just want to make you happy. That's what I really like.
Spice it up.
I want to spice it up. I think, like, I have a sign that says, "Don't be boring." Like, that's a
Yeah.
choice. Let's be exciting.
Yeah.
Wear something that excites me.
Yeah.
Put something in your house that's just sexy and exciting. I don't know. I just want to be alive.
It's because you have fun, and fun is like sexy, it's vibrant, it's playful,
Listen,
right?
I want to be entertained. What is life? When you're
Mm.
selling, it's like, get up there, let's get dressed. I'm here to entertain you and make you happy and make your place beautiful.
Yes.
That's what I like. And you are like, I would call you a spiritual designer.
Yeah,
Ladies and
very much
gentlemen,
so.
this is a spiritual designer. Kathy is amazing.
Oh,
She does
thank you.
beautiful design, but mostly it's with a to make you happier, and it's all proven science. So
Yeah,
everything that we're saying, it's not just comes from our head. It comes from our head, but also from research. You can
yeah.
read all the research. It's
The
all proven.
the neuroscience, the research on it is absolutely amazing. And when you understand that it's not just woo-woo stuff, like we said, everything starts to connect for you. And you're like, oh, okay, now I understand this like playground that I get to use and have as a resource now.
But I always say people don't understand this world is magic. You get it.
Yes.
I mean, our mind controls every cell in our body. It has the power to heal us. It has the power to make us happy. As I always say, it has the power to take us to the heavens or
Yeah.
the opposite direction.
Yeah.
So everything around us is creating our reality. So why not create the movie set, which is your home, and create the movie that you want to see
Mm.
every single day? You pick the characters. Today I have invited Kathy here. She is my spiritual, sexy designer friend now.
Oh, yeah.
A house is like a person. I met Kathy, instantly I liked her. The
Yeah.
same thing, when I walk into a space, I know immediately if I want to stay or go. So I think people should create a space that wants people to stay
Yeah.
and just sit and talk and just be free, and where they can be authentic and say whatever they want.
Yeah, and that's a created experience. Like if you're going to be vulnerable, if you're going to be able to kick your shoes off and lay and lounge and have that experience, you need to create that within yourself
Yeah,
and within your
and with
space.
your exterior, but
Yeah.
also the accessories tell who you are, the
Yeah.
books,
Yeah.
the accessories you choose tell who you are.
Absolutely.
So I think that, I don't know, I think that design is extremely important. If someone wants to feel more attractive, more confident, and more aligned, should they start with themselves, their space? I mean, for me, it's both, but I want to see what you have to say, and I have a feeling it's the same.
I think that depends on the
Person,
person.
yeah, you're right. It depends on the person.
Absolutely depends on the person. For me, I started shifting things in my space, and then it allowed me to meet new people and
Oh, I love
change my
that.
life in different ways. And because I really honed in and I really did the work to understand the numerology of the space I'm living in, why I selected, a unit 7 at the time, that's a very spiritual number. And so there was things I had to do in order to broaden my horizons, if you will, to meet the type of people that would open doors for me, that would allow me to take this beautiful gift that I've been given and really use it in a bigger and more powerful way. And so if you're somebody who is maybe more internal, maybe you want to start with the inner work and then move outward. But like for instance, we mentioned Lumila earlier, but it was the same thing. Like I wanted that type of work and I didn't know where to find it for so long, and I changed the feng shui in my home and really optimized everything. And then, I met you guys, and it's like that shifted a lot of things for me. So it's those experiences that really show you, depending on who you are, either you need to utilize this space to then shift certain things for you, or you need to do the internal work first if you can. And if that isn't working, maybe try the other route.
But I agree with you. It depends on the person.
Yeah.
Or they can either do both at the same time, but
Yeah.
the internal work is so important. And just tell us a little bit. So we have a friend in common,
Yeah.
Ludmila Woodruff, and
Yes.
she's a relationship strategist coach.
Yeah.
So, like she said, you worked with people, and then you
Yeah.
meet Ludmila, and she just changes.
Yeah.
Just give us your experience so people can understand how important is meeting the right person
Yeah.
that can change everything in the way you think and shift things.
Well, I mean, we're talking about quantum relationships, really, which is something that you need to come into alignment to then experience. And for me, meeting Lumila, I was like really searching for an understanding of what wasn't clicking for me in my personal romantic relationships. And I'm like, I'm a pretty cool person.
I mean, if I was the guy, I would date you. If I
Oh,
was the
thanks.
guy, I'd date myself too.
Exactly.
You know?
So you're like, okay,
Okay,
you're
what?
beautiful, you're
Yeah,
intelligent, you have businesses that you run, you have amazing kids, you have all this stuff
a great
going on.
energy. I
Right.
like to.
Thank you.
From the second I talked to you on the phone.
Oh, yeah, we did. We connected
Yeah.
literally right away. And then I'm like, okay, so something's not clicking for me. And I've tried courses and I've done all this work and every time I think I'm doing something different, I'm like looping this pattern. And it's like, okay, I had to take a step back. I redid the entire feng shui of my home. I really zeroed in on like saltwater cures and amplifying certain things and moving stuff. It was unfortunate at the time. My son's bedroom was like my love quadrant, which was like really difficult to put pink, duplicates of things in there. But I was like, hey, honey, can I have like a corner? You can help me pick out the things and all this stuff. And nothing was really clicking. And I was like, okay, like I just have to do this and like, let's see what happens. And then I meet you at the profile event and we hit it off and she so happened to have been here. And meanwhile, we had been like friends on Instagram for quite some
Yeah, she
time and
told
we
me.
had never met. And she had another friend of mine that she knows as well, but we had never like met yet. And it was like the right timing had to happen when I was really ready and I had done the spatial work to then call that in. You know what I mean? I could have reached out to her many moons ago, but I didn't.
But I feel it's timing, and I feel that, yeah, you did the work. So
Yeah.
what I think when people do the work, and if you want to get better, do things to make yourself better.
Yeah.
Read, learn, or talk
Yeah.
to someone that's really good, a coach that you could become better. Because for me, life is about living, learning, growing, and passing it forward. This podcast is to just inspire people, to
Yeah.
help people, to also open people up to like the other world, that we're magic and that our thoughts are a frequency, our words are a frequency, and our actions. I always say you take the material world, the spiritual world, and
Yeah.
you create magic. And when you think like this, you get abundance without even thinking about it. Doing the right thing in life, it's a boomerang effect. Whatever you put out there, you get back. And that everything is possible in this world. Like whatever your thoughts are, we all have a blueprint, what we thought, what we think.
Yeah.
And if you make your blueprint limitless, because all is possible.
Yeah.
And the design, like I said, I'm going to say it again, it's so important how I feel. I just want to be happy all the
Yeah.
time. I want to be high all the time.
Yeah.
That's it.
I
High
feel
on just
good.
water.
High on water, life,
And
the
life
energy in
and
our spaces.
everything. I want to walk
Yeah.
into my home, feel happy. My business, when I first got the showroom that you came to, I walked in there. I was helping a friend get furniture, for his business a block away. And I'm like, I like this space. I want to be in this building. Why? Because even where my showroom is, I just feel at peace with myself, and it's so peaceful. That's why I took the place. If it didn't have that energy, I would have never went in there. I was drawn to it by the energy and how I felt. Everything in my life is how I feel.
Yeah.
If I sit next to someone and I don't need to talk to you, it's how I feel sitting next to you. If I feel good, I'm staying.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Here we have a sexy question for our spiritual, beautiful designer, Kathy. Do you feel a bedroom that's designed with intention can make your partners feel a lot sexier and just more attracted to each other?
Absolutely.
I agree,
And let's
100%.
amplify that energy, please. I think we all want passion in our relationships. You can
yes.
absolutely amplify that with your space. I mean, some people want it to be a zen area where they can just cuddle and feel safe, and that's also beautiful.
I want that too, but I want it hot, spicy, and sexy.
I mean, some people have a separate space for their fun escapades, if you will.
They can have a mini 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, I mean, that is something that is real. Some people just have a spare bedroom that they would prefer to use as their spicy experiential space.
Exactly.
And then their main bedroom is for cuddling, for winding down, for feeling more zen. And I think that whatever your goal for your relationship is, let's definitely amplify that. If it's sexy, feeling vibrant and passionate, like, heck yes, let's do it. Get some sexy bedding in there.
100%. I mean, for me, it's all about the lighting, the right
Mm,
music, the
yeah,
right outfits you're wearing. It's to create that experience where you feel amazing. Yes, it's sexy, you're lured in, but you touch all the senses, the
yes,
smell, how it looks,
yeah,
how it feels, everything, whatever you give them to drink, everything. And it's just like taking them to a fantasy world, but a
yeah.
sexy fantasy world.
I mean, and there's so many ways to do that, right? It's not just the beautiful sheets. It can be, I don't know, velvet wallpaper. It can be something that is like tactile that you actually feel leather details, right? Can feel super sexy. There's so
Like
many ways
sensual,
to
sexy, but still
yes,
classy and clean. I
absolutely.
always say it's like I love the Victoria's Secret runway, classy and clean, but
Yeah.
sexy and soft and kind of angelic like.
Yeah, and
And fun.
fun.
You know what it is? It's about making your room fun,
Yeah.
even for yourself every day, because every day we sleep 8 hours a day. At least I do. I think everyone should. It's
Yes.
the best biohack sleep. So make your home that when you're excited to go home and sleep in your sheets because they're skin to skin and the room smells good, the lighting's great. Every piece of furniture like is sexy. In my room, I have like a curved, beautiful couch because it like flows with life, but it's sexy. I like
Yeah.
everything that's sensual, sexy, but clean and sophisticated.
Yes. Because that's who you are.
Yeah. Thank you, Kathy, our beautiful spiritual designer that's going to make your love life better, your relationships with your family better. How can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram. We've got the Samaan Design Group page and then my page, the Katy Samaan. You can also find us on LinkedIn. We're pretty much everywhere. We have a great team behind us, and wherever you need, just either DM us or email us. And we're,
And she could design your home anywhere in the world.
yes, absolutely.
That's true, though.
Seriously.
So if you want that experience, like that Amman Hotel experience every day,
Yes,
she can do it for you.
definitely.